Okay.
Just want to be fit.
You think he...
Anyway, so sorry guys. I'm back. Pela, you just sat straight into my camera. Say hi, Pela. Chipubisa wakaningi kako kamaski kako wapinda wagara mu view mangu ngosopinda mu view muningi mangu. Anyway, this is Pela. Remember Pela? Hi, say Pela. Say hi.
Hi.
Pela is just joined our family. She's a new member in our family of sober friends. Can we? Yes. Is that right, Pela?
Yeah.
Day one. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
You feeling good? You just tired, right? Yeah. When you finish eating, go rest again. All right, I'm gonna flip my camera back to me. Pela pinda mu view mangu. Anyway, so sorry, my camera, my phone yanga yakarowa nezuwa saka yamva shut down because it went so hot. Now let's get back to the conversation that we were having. Please share the video. Let's talk about crystal meth in Zimbabwe. Let's face all the demons that we hide as Zimbabweans. This whole issue yekuti my secrets a family our culture is based on kuwandisa my problems that we have. Hi Nkosi Kiva, how are you doing? Please share the video. Now as I was trying to explain, we saw this problem coming in and happening in Zimbabwe, but initially it was a problem yangachitika nana Chatunga nana Junior, right? Ana Junior baba wake vachitambura mugabe vachimhanya vachienda kunzi mwana asungwa nenyaya yemadrugs. We thought it was a problem yevanhu vane mari. What we didn't realize is soon it will be in our communities isusu vasina mari vacho. Yeah. All of a sudden our ghettos are burning, and they're burning because of a drug known as crystal meth. Crystal meth is horrible. It's horrendous. At some point, once I finish talking, I will have Nomla. Hi, how are you doing? I'll have someone who wants to talk come and join us. Whoever wants to talk. Well, I'll talk. Kind of person I think I don't and not gonna any quivers about talking, right? So now. I came into Zimbabwe, when was this? In February. Ndichitiza ku New York City because ndangandiri in a very hard space nenyaya ye-COVID. I was failing to handle the anxiety, the pressure of being in a city that almost everybody was dying, according to my mind. People were dying left, right, and center, and it's so much pressure that you can't handle. The pandemic was just so real in New York City. Now, when I came here, I wanted the beautiful sun. Oh, the beautiful sun. Let me just show you the beautiful sun. Look how beautiful and serene this space is. This is our space where we are staying. It's a safe space where we are trying to help some of our young girls and boys stay sober. And now let's go back to the journey of how and why why I'm doing this. Noma riri kubva kupi, my sister? We need to know vari kuuya naro. It is said, my sis. Okay, Noma, that's a very good question, but I'm going to answer you this way. While I'm gaslighting the relevant institutions like the Ministry of Justice, like Mapurisa and everybody, and us as community members, I'm gaslighting everybody to say, you are seeing this problem. The funny part is that everybody knows where mwana wake is. And they know it, and nobody's doing anything about it. fine and fair. People are scared. And again, I'm going to come back and say this is not my responsibility. What I have chosen as a citizen to be responsible for is these lives that we are going to start rehabilitating, start teaching and getting to the source why they started drugs in the first place. And a lot of these kids are going through a lot of trauma. But ndoda kuti nini ndichazopindura mibvunzo yese ipedzisira, because right now ndine a story to tell that I want to continue to tell. Ndisingaende back, ndisingaende uku neuku neuku, otherwise ndimunopedzisira marasika ndichitaura nyaya iyi. Now I want to track when we started seeing as a community kuti tine problem in Zimbabwe drugs and alcohol. It was a long time. Tatone many years tichizvoona kuti it's progressing from alcohol. Bronchlear yatokundwa ne crystal meth. Anditika, that is why bronchlear, but nobody tried to figure out a solution here. Kuti toita say why are our kids drinking bronchlear? Vanhu vakangofunga kuti vana vari kumwa bronchlear vana vasina basa. I'm sad and I'm sorry to tell you that vana vaimwa bronchlear vangasiri vanhu vasina basa. Vaitove vana vane basa who could have been healthy members of the society, but a lot of our organs, including isusu vabereki vevana nesu members of society, takangovasiya tichita vanhu vanomwa bronchlear vanhu vasina basa rese. But we didn't try to figure out kuti sei vana ava vari kumwa bronchlear, sei vana ava vari kuenda into the pressure yavari kuenda, depression yavari kuenda. Anyway, somebody made it so cool to drink alcohol. Tunoona alcohol inomwiwa pama social media. What we don't know is that mwana wako ane cell phone. Each one ane cell phone from age 13 to vana vaidu ma cell phone. Vari kuona vanhu vari kuita so cool pama social media direct. Vakabata alcohol, vakabata all sorts of things that are making them look so cool and high. But what is missing is that there is no one to guide them to say, no, you are not yet mature. My issues are nowhere because vana vedu vapinda mu social media mia straight, no filters, vabatana ne vanhu vari kuita zvavari kuita, vari kusplasha mari that they didn't even work for. Most of them mari idzo dzavana kudziita work for. Now everybody arikuda kuita mbinga, adaita mbinga mashuwa, mbinga yekunyebera. And when you try to track kuti vanhu vava vari kunzi mbinga mari dzacho dziri kubva kupi, you can't even track, because you and I know how to work hard. We know that mari waisenzera very hard. It's not easy. Can I get a cup of tea? Waisenzera very hard. Hauna time yekuti uitore. Oh, aiwa, no, there's no magetsi aenda. Did it? Magetsi adzoka. So no worries about it. No worry about it. There's no electricity. So taita mbinga yedu, mbinga yemashuwa, vanhu vari kutorwira kufighta kutukana over mbinga. And then when you try to track kuti mbinga iyi mari yake ari kuitora kupi, you don't even know. You can't even track it. Business model yake nemari yaari kusplasha hazvipindirani. Vamwe vacho no hautomboona business model yacho kuti iri papi business model yembinga iyi, handitika. And then now what happens? Vana vedu varikuda kuita mbinga. They're starting to chase mirage. They're starting to chase smoke, smoke and screens. Atichaziva kuti ndepapi vana havasi kunyatsozviona, kungofunga kuti mari is so easy to get, because these guys are splashing money in a country where poverty is 90% of the people. Vakauraiwa vane poverty, yeah? Most of us tirimu deep in poverty. We are struggling to put 1 meal a day. Kutora 1 meal a day is a struggle, yeah? Mbinga yedu, mbinga yemashuwa, mbinga yemashuwa, eh? Mambo. That's another word.
That's mbinga.
Oh, mbinga is mambo. Yeah. Mbinga yemashuwa. Because people are struggling. Now, I want to come back. There was a time when I saw an article in newspaper. The article was saying somebody had been arrested per RGM. Eine 32 million worth of crystal meth. $32 million in US dollars. $32 million worth of crystal meth. Akupinda nepa airport munhu uyu amva abatwa pa-airport hamene kuti madhiri ake akarasika sei kana kuti vanhu vake kana kuti cartel yake anosita nayo yanga isipo here or whatever. I don't know what happened and how this person ends up being arrested. And it is saka so abatwa ne-32 million hatina kuzonzwa kuti akasungwa akazotongwa sei hatina kumbozvinzwa. There was never follow through because isusu Zimbabweans hatina kumbofocusa nazvo. Takangonzwa kuti pabatwa munhu ane 32 million worth of crystal meth because iwe uri kufunga kuti mumba mako mwana wako hasi kusumuka crystal meth. It never bothered you. You never went into search kuti tidimande kuti where is that crystal meth yakapinda iyoyo yakadestroyiwa here kana kuti iri kupi, because guess what, it's going back. Munhu yeye takangonzwa kuti asungwa. Hatina kumbonzwa ma-court case akazoitika ekuti azotongerwa mutongo upi akaenda kupi. Uri kunzwisisa? Pane nyaya anyway.
Pane nyaya mbinga dzangu.
Yeah, oh. True. This network sucks. This network sucks. Anyway, so I'm so sorry the network is this network sucks. So now this crystal meth, when you look at $32 million worth of crystal meth, yopinda Zimbabwe. Ndiana ne $32 million dzekubhadhara kutenga crystal meth. Asi ziga ari kutengesa crystal meth mughetto, ari kutengesa ka 5 grams kake ke crystal meth. Uri kunzwisisa? That's a huge amount of crystal meth. Iri kupinda iri kubva Pakistan. This guy was coming from Pakistan. Chakamuita kuti aite zvivindi zvekupinda muZimbabwe ne$32 million worth of crystal meth. Chi mbinga dziri kutenga crystal meth dzenyu imimi dzakuri kuti mbinga ndo dziri kupinza crystal meth because ndo dzine mari kai kutengesa 32 million worth of crystal meth. Iwewe neni tugwete Rozi zvedu ana Rozi tinoiona kuti mari yekutenga 32 million worth of crystal meth yapinda manje yakudistributwa. Haichadistributwa kuvana venyu vemageto vana verich because anachatunga the time yavaita madrugs, cocaine, because kuma del apparently what's on hit is cocaine. Avapute crystal meth ndevana venyu kuma vasina mari, mimi musina mari ndo vari kurova crystal meth. Unzwisisa? But that is so dangerous. Askana kuti muende mese. All of you who are here, please can you share this video? Let's say I'm going to tell you crystal meth in Zimbabwe. Vana venyu imimi vari kuEpworth, vari kumabvuku, vari kutafara ndekupi nzvimbo dziri kushandiswa crystal meth. I want you to look at this beautiful young lady. Can I let them see?
Yes.
Yeah, you have seen this young lady. I'm going to flip my camera and then you're going to see this beautiful young lady. She's going to speak to you. She's going to tell you. She knows it in and out. Okay.
Hi, how are you? Still remember me? I'm Tama.
This is Tama. Tama.
Yes.
Nzvimbo dziri kuputwa crystal meth ndedzipi?
Chitungiza, Highfields, Ruwa, Mabvuku, Mfakosi. A lot of my locations are Gawanda, they smoking crystal meth.
Ndifunga kuti pane nzvimbo isiri kuita so.
Chenward South, Chenward North, everywhere. Even Punukwe told. They're smoking crystal meth.
Okay.
But not locally.
All right. You don't have to disclose our location.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Now go ahead.
So people are smoking because of what they don't know the effects
Buddha camera maybe.
crystal meth. They don't even know my effects arguably. What is it causing?
Yeah.
They don't know.
So can you explain your experience with crystal meth, your journey? How did you get yourself, or did you find yourself smoking crystal meth?
First it was just stress. Second it was peer pressure. When I went to stay at Cheetown, the friend was actually selling mbanje ngoma with the carbon clay. Then crystal meth saka ngoziya kuti pekutanga nenguti anachipita mbanje. You know, when people just smoke mbanje unongochingoti ndetanga chirwa ni crossfire. A crossfire ndo utsi uyaya unongochi when you in the same room.
Ni vanhu vari kuputa.
Saka ndozonoti nini wende kutonzai wakasara kana ina ndipute mutoriro ndipute zvikanzi wotagara unotoputa mutoriro because ndakanoti ndanda kusarara walisina singapute zvikanzi utsi uyaya wemutoriro uyaya ndina ndetodhakwa weisina sikatozomborari kudarika vanhu vachiwaiputa
wairohwa necrossfire.
Necrossfire. So ende ndakutoputa crystal meth.
Would we say whether you are an intelligent person?
I'm a very intelligent person.
Yeah, would we say you're very smart?
I would say I'm very smart.
I would agree with that too. And it,
Yeah.
but you found yourself in a space where you became vulnerable.
Yeah.
You found yourself in a space where, because of what was happening around you, you're hanging out, it became cool, right?
It's very much cool.
Mageto muzurunzi, it's cool.
Mageto tukutoti zviri bo tenda kutotara language yedu isusu language yekutsonga. Saka tinenge titori bo tichitoponchuleta vanhu. Ponchuleta vanenge vachitaura kuvhara vanhu. Because certain things happen after waputa mutoriro. A lot of things which is like mentally unogona kukanganisika waputa mutoriro wotanga kuona munhu wese unongochiona munhu wese unge masoso like you high standard.
Yo ndori pamberi kudarika munhu wese.
Aisomida ndaitozona kunge nini ndinotozoti ndakatonaka kudarika imimi mese like ndosakazoita kuti ndiite peer pressure kuti ndaida attention. Saka unoziva kuti chiti ndikapinda mubese ndichiti handine musikana akanaka singaiti.
Uchipiwa attention yese.
Attention yese semubhebhi unongoziva sevasikana mechingonzi azvo shuwa akanaka saka I used to just get all the attention. Attention is what also I needed.
But why did you need attention? Let's go back to why you needed attention. What made you so insecure?
First of all, mukura kwangu ndangokura nchinzi ndakashata ndichidhavhudhunda ungoziva kungokura uchingoshoreka when you have siblings vakanaka kudarika iwewe like what they say kuti vakanaka kudarika iwewe.
What is vakanaka kudarika iwewe? Because we want to explore that.
Facially structurally those are it.
But facially when I'm looking at you, you're beautiful. Saka iwewe wakakura nevanhu vakaita sei?
Ndakakura nevanhu vaiti ndangokura nchinzi ndakashata dani iwe pavana vese ndiwakashata. I was called the ugly duckling. Saka ndangozviti sezvo ndakaita sei ndakangoshata saka pandakabva ndaenda kuchitungiza nchinzi ndakanaka.
Wamvaona wakanaka
kudarika vese. Saka ndozvakabvazoita kuti ndakutoteedza mabhesi kuti nhasi ndapinda bhesi ranhingi mangwana ndendi bhesi ranhingi because nechinzi bhebhi rakanaka mwana akanaka zvisingaitiwo.
And then it gave you some sort of wings.
Yeah.
So and then, but it wasn't enough. You wanted more.
Yeah.
But inside, even though vanhu vakatanga kuti iwe wakanaka, still inside you still have that insecurity, and you're still feeling the pressure inside. You still wanted something that makes you feel good, right? Because you're not feeling good about yourself at that point.
Yes.
Because I want people to understand why people start using drugs. Because when you speak to therapists, when you speak to psychologists, they tell you that drugs are just a way of masking the pain that you have, that you're going through.
The reason why people use drugs is actually different. First, as I was saying, I needed attention. Second, it's because some of our parents are also not giving us time. You see your parents, especially this lockdown. And officials, as a child, we always need attention. So we're also blaming our parents. Some used to go blame peer pressure because we want to listen to friends. Kufarisa kwa manyemota vabereki vangu vanopa mari kuti inini ndokwanisa kuputa like fame uchisvika uchitenga uona kuchitengera munhu wese obva usvika uchizvitimbinga standard ikoko kumageto kuti unenge wabva kuti you raising up a standard.
You feel
like munhu isandinga kukutera udaita shamwari newe, so you feel like whenever he's following you vanogona kufollowa for a gram noita $13.
Saka unenge uchifeel important.
Very much important because kana une mutoriro unenge uri mbinga 1 gram unenge uri because $2 anenge vandokatika gindemu saka unenge uri unenge uri munhu waya well followed. Mwari kuzoti haindine lighter, mukuzoti haindine bulb, ndine poto inini, mwari kuzoti haindine chi.
Because ane poto are very important. Iwe ungango uine 5 grams but hauna chekubikira ningiye.
Yeah, una poto saka.
Saka moto wa collab.
Collab ndo kuzakariza unote kana ndine lighter, iwo kana one lighter, iwo ne bulb, iwo ne chi, one dombo, ano chi dombo. I even wonder why they gave it a name like dombo.
Because it looks like a little stone. Rocks.
Hard, yeah.
Yeah, they're rocks. They look like rocks, so that's dombo. Now,
people were this time they're not having any jobs. So many companies, timber companies are closed. So many companies are closed due to the lockdown again. People know that she pressure just I need to release stress because once you taste this, when you taste it once, it's done.
You're done. You're hooked.
You're hooked inside.
You're hooked forever. When you first used the crystal meth, did you know that it was crystal meth?
I knew, but I didn't know the side effects. I don't got this now crystal meth. You know the crystal ones don't guka.
Ungohozwa nzinonzi guka.
The crystal meth is
wangosati wanyatsopinda. Hanzi rinoita sei?
Hanzi sarari ndefara zvekuimba ka. Sakaita danza urari. Zikakuti memory mukana kuti basically unogona kuti wabuda wamaputa mbesi mubva masvika munonzi uenda kustudio ka unonzwa madhudhucha unonzwa music uchifara unonzwa moyo wako uchiyatsofara zvinezvi
it makes you high.
Yeah.
So iwewe imbotiimbira one song tozodzokera kunyaya yedu.
Come and lay your burdens on my feet. Come and lay your troubles on my feet, 'cause I'm the Lord, your God, and I'm with you. Continue watching us and I'll sing more for you.
Thank you so much. Now, let's get back to Nyaya. Tama is a singer. And how I found Tama is that my brother is also a musician. And my brother is also struggling with crystal meth. Right now he's in a detox center. In a location that we don't disclose these locations. So when my brother approached me because he was struggling with crystal meth, he said, listen, sister, I'm not going to be selfish. It's not just me who is struggling with crystal meth. I need your help. But more importantly, I need you to help my youth aparara muchitungwiza. Inini zvangu ndato in older age, but my youth, young girls as young as 13, as young as 14, makwakomana wane 16 vaparara nechi crystal meth. I want to take you to Chitungwiza. Please come and help vanava. They're struggling with crystal meth. How my brother got hooked up to this drug, like Tama is saying, is anofarira zvekuimba wopinda mustudio wonzi ausuda ichi chinokubatsira kuti usarare guka rinonzi guka iri aurare so that tipedze session yedu somebody hands him guka and he smokes guka, and like Tama says, you smoke it once, you are done for. Most people, you only need to smoke it once and you're done. So my brother, somebody hands him this guka, and that was the end. He was hooked on crystal meth. Now, I'm going to come back to Tama, but I want to say this to you, and I want to look at you when I'm saying this. I discovered that my brother is also hooked on crystal meth, and he's struggling. And he had been struggling for a while. Now, when he called me, akandita hande kuchitungwiza unoona sisi, my sister, come help us. We are dying. I went to Kuchitungwiza. What I saw was sad. It was heartbreaking. Ndakaona vana skana as young as 13. Ndakafambiswa mabase where people are open and they are willing to talk. Vachiurakidza zvavanenge vachiita imomo mabase imomo. This is where I met this young lady anonzi Tama, because she's also a singer. Akaitwa hooked on crystal meth without, in the beginning, knowing that she's dealing with a very, very hard drug, a very difficult drug. Yeah. there are a lot of kids vana vanga vari pauniversity who are no longer going to university. A lot of kids have dropped out of my programs. MSU, University of Zimbabwe, Rhodes University, vana vari kubva kuSouth Africa vakawanda. I don't know, we gotta stop at some point pointing fingers or blaming kuti ndiana akakanganisa, ndiana akaita sei. At this point we need to deal with this, because we're going to have a whole young generation. Most Tama, vana vari affected mostly vana vari age group
16 to 25, but 18
to about 45.
Yeah.
They're struggling, and that's what I've noticed. And ukapinda muraini chairo 1, let's say muraini mawaigara muye kuchitungiza, how many houses were affected?
90%.
90% of the houses. Muraini rinenge richiva panapa rinenge rine, let's say back and forth kuside like that road here yategara almost how many houses? Kubva paipe kutanga kunosvika kopedzisira.
Around 10 houses.
Kuside uku. Let's say if it's 10 on this side or 15, I don't know, something like that. 90% vanenge vachita of this age group yanatama vanenge vachita guka, and it's so cool. Handiti unenge wakasara kana usina chi unenge wakasara, so you end up having to do it because it's so cool.
Otherwise unosiri kurova peer pressure yauti urimo unongo kutorweswa nekunonzi crossfire. So unongoya crossfire kutoputa
uchitamba nemafriends ako if you want to hang out with your friends. So now what did you learn after wazonzwa manje kuti it's this crystal meth? What did you start discovering changa chakuitika pauri that you can say then you realized you had a problem?
I wasn't eating, I was feeling hungry, I wasn't drinking water, I was now very much skinny. You wouldn't look at me, my skin was very pale, I couldn't sleep, and you know when it happens to sleep, and I wasn't even able to use the toilet. Imagine a human being not using a toilet, and
because you have nothing.
Because I've not nothing.
You were not drinking.
So I was even hallucinating, I was having problems, and I'm not going to shop it. I went like my soul, and I'm going to go my shabby manjus go.
And so shabby manjus.
No, it's very funny, but
it's not funny. Yeah, it's funny, but it's not funny.
Yeah. Because I kept on, I didn't know this is what's happening to me. I kept on that with the stress. So I thought it some
mukaka werice way manje oshavire njuzi racho
spiritual.
Saka wanga kutoona seunorapa. So let me explain to you what was going through, Tama was going through. When your body is supposed to rest at some point, your brain is supposed to stop and rest. That's why tichirara. That's why I don't need 8 hours of sleep. So Tama was going through a point where, what was the longest time you ever went without sleeping?
A month.
Can you imagine going a month without sleeping? Now, when you go a month, when you go a month without sleeping, I can't even imagine it because it did sleepy. That's how I deal with my stress. Now, Tama went a month without sleeping. When Tama goes a month without sleeping, you know what happens? Anotanga kupinda inonzi drug-induced psychosis, where Tama cannot distinguish when she is awake and when she is sleeping. Akusanganisa zvaari kuona akarara nezvaari kufunga kuti ari kurota, because at some point unokotsira uchifamba mukatarisa vanhu vanonzi madrug addicts aya heavy users crystal meth vanokotsira vachifamba. Unotoona munhu anenge achifamba so ati fambe umva amira utanga kukotsira because body yake iri kuda kukotsira. So at that point haachaziva the wakeful, pari awake, nepari sleeping. So akuita my hallucinations because arikusanganisa paakamuka nepasina achaziya hope dzaari kuona and anongochirota hora handiti tama
anongochirota tikati hora izvo tichirota
wrong thing
wrong 10
wrong 10
movie inonzi wrong 10
yeah
unongochirota usiku nozvinozokupa kuti munhu unongorota kuti munhu ndogona ngomubaya nebanga ukurota kapati ukurota
uchifamba
urota uchizvifunga
hauchaziva pauri kurota nepausiri kurota pfungwa dzako hadzichaziva kuti dziri awake here kana kuti dzakarara so unotora zviri kuzviroto wozviisa mureal life zviri mureal life wosanganisa nezviroto. I mean, can you imagine someone living like that? Can you imagine a life where you cannot distinguish whether you are awake or you're not awake? Because your brain is so exhausted to the point where it's now messed up. Wakupinda nonzi drug-induced psychosis. And what would happen paunenge usingapute? What would you feel?
You just feel like wanting more. If you start smoking, kana usina kana chekubaka wakutongonotsva kana remote kana hembe dzako kana tori masikati wakutonochinjanisa kune munhu achakutengesa ndinochinjanisa kana pair of shoes for mutori wetudollars
wotora pair of shoes woti ndipei mutoriro
just like what I did nangunakubatsa hangu chitupa unomboziva
chitupa ichocho. Yes, we still don't have your ID up to today.
ngatonochibatisa ndikanopuwa dombo re$5
saka chitupa icho vanenge vachichidii
chakabvechitira chitupa nongongobata because it's something that the value unongozoti lockdown munhu wakufamba usina chitupa netsamba yako nechitupa ka saka vanobatisa chitupa ndozoti hapana kwandofamba chiita sei ndichienda sina chitupa saka vakutongochibata wakapuwa dombo re$5.
But you never went back to collect that ID.
And that's when I found help and found change, so I wasn't able to go back there. Like that.
It's heating up again. Because yakatarisa kuzuva goshungo vanokwana goshungo ngavataura zvavo vari paside tisina kumboyaisa nhingi. Goshungo makadi tichaisa kamera zveduku goshungo upenyu hwami hwakadii mazuva ano?
Pakaipa. Ukomana mgeto vari kuda kudhakwa but akudhakwa nezvisiri izvo akuda my-brain cells. Because that's what guka does. It dries you up. That's why they like water and usually tea.
Unoona vachimwa mvura straight kana vasiri kuningirika vanomwa mvura zvekuti unoshama kuti what is happening.
Vanenge vachitoziva kuti kukwidza level because ukati bar obva vati mvura futi ka mvura has got this level of freshness ka
wotanga kunzwa energy yekunotora futi.
You get what I'm saying? It's like it's
saka your life is now stuck
on them drugs ka ish bron clear my one
because of that sweetness sugar
sucrose.
It's sugar in its purest form.
But they don't know what it does to your liver. You know what I'm saying?
What does it do to your liver?
It burns your liver, codeine. Because like you said, the people trying to do things because they think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's a very, very dangerous way to approach a drug. I'm 27.
Kushungo is 27. Kushungo, when you messed with drugs, mamuri papi, level ra mamuri.
One level racho is tied to running zvatancinesa man. Saparazi tanga kutora crystal meth zvobva zvatopera maiza.
Zvatopa pamusoro wakuenda pa next level.
Because
would you say what would you say right now kuvamwe vasati vatanga? All right, vasati
vatanga zvekutanga. Man, Sadaro. Sadaro, that's the first thing I'll tell them. You know, it changes your life. You know what I'm saying? It changes
your life.
It's no more the yesterday that I used to be having, even though I was sober. You know what I'm saying? It's not, it changes your life completely. The way you think, the way you just go around things. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the most dangerous things about crystal meth people don't know, but they know is the white eye.
What is that?
White eye. The white eye is your dilated pupils.
Yes.
They're more open because they're absorbing too much light.
Yes.
And then the white eye, the surrounding the pupil, Sometimes an eye can be too white. Guka makes your eye white, that outer bit there. It can make a person with red eyes get chukad eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Chukad eyes.
Yeah, Jena type vibes. It'll be white. It's bad.
Oh,
you see, Tamara is even got a red body. Guka kunai Nita white.
Wakaro in a red so to
Utorbo. Kana mana white mugizia. White nengeri.
Like there's nothing. Your veins are gone.
Yeah, you know that type of white. Yeah.
White here kapi.
Yeah. Right. Ndobaza uthi apina mchirongo. Pamanje zvinozoitika kana shakutiza system manje ndobana tanga uda udhomoka because mari yacho kutadza kuiza kuti noibata sei apa it's very addictive. You know what I'm saying? It's fact we took pure it's waste. You know what I'm saying? They're selling us waste. That's why crystal meth is so cheap. Usually in South Africa, crystal meth you can get it for like 400 rands, like 40 bucks.
You were in South Africa,
yeah.
So
like you can get this stuff for like 400 rands, the pure version. You know what I'm saying? But now in Zimbabwe, because we lack that certain level of economic strength, like in South Africa, how everything exactly it's like the Chinese. I'm not sure you know the fentanyl problem that was there in America. There was a problem with fentanyl. Fentanyl is actually the most addictive drug in the world right now. It's a synthetic,
more than crystal meth,
more than cocaine, more than crystal. It's a synthetic drug. You know, Gazrama Labs in China.
Yeah.
So what they usually do, manje, is they get some fentanyl and then they will cook it up into the crystal meth, or cook it up into the crack, or cook it up.
Make it crack.
Yes,
crack.
Yes, even
crackest of crack.
Yes, it's that bad to the point where now fentanyl people like if you Google fentanyl, you'll find that even Biden, these are drugs that they're still fighting. You know what I'm saying? Because it's killing their youth.
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl, if it's Kanaichiwanika, it's usually coming from South Africa. I don't know Wanika.
So we could be right now munhu wese anogona kunge ari kungoti guka and just because the biggest name ratanaro is crystal meth, but we don't really know what's on the streets doing.
You see how you were saying that you start with Manje and then you go to Bronclear and then you go into crystal meth. Right, keep doing crystal meth and then you're going to upgrade to fentanyl. And fentanyl, that's when
something stronger.
Fentanyl, that's when people start dying. In America, if you Google, I'm telling you, there was a pandemic under Trump. These Chinese are trying to kill our people because they were lacing cocaine, a brick of cocaine, a kg. They're going to go patsanura in half over the 50% cocaine, 50% fentanyl. Do you know that they get the kush, right? The marijuana, and then they'll have a bottle of codeine, you know what I'm saying, of Bronclear. They would just pour the item into like a cup and then they dip the marijuana inside and then they let it dry.
You know how I used
to smoke weed?
Yeah.
And you know yesterday in dry mouth, I used to take bronco and put leaf kutanga, and then take bronco and do kutanga by like kumurumuka when it's burning, do pisa like smoky, do pisa
Bronclear and pachamba.
Do test and put so I'm going to put a sugar yakasha as well as put a bag. It was addictive. The caramba and yes, now with bronco papa is dry mouth. That's not what they told him when they saw.
Do you get what I'm saying about these are things that I'm going to, like I told you, Mom, and I'm not at that point where I could be a person who's, all I can do is just give advice, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
And even in South Africa, you know, usually we've got cat. Cat is now coming in. Cat.
And what is cat?
Ketamine. It's like cocaine except the light version. It's made out of horse steroids and all this other stuff.
It's terrible.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
so we literally think we have. I'm gonna speak to the people right now. So I'm not gonna. I just want you to hear these voices because they're speaking from the streets, right? And you don't know. You need to be vigilant. I'm gonna cut this video because I need to go. But we're going to continue this conversation. Share this video. Muno share my video. Share a video.
Last thing.
Yeah.
make sure that if you have a kid or a relative who's doing these drugs, you don't attack them.
Yes.
Because if you attack them, well, you're just creating another monster. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a point where now I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling only because of my own circumstances. You know what I'm saying? That I'm getting help with. But if you took out your child, sometimes it's better to just keep quiet until you can actually put him in a position exactly to do something. Them. You know what I'm saying? But if you now want to now get involved, like you know what's going on in his brain, I'm telling you, I told you, the crystal meth changed the way I even think today. You know what I'm saying? It's a drug that until
altered your
you understand
brain cells.
to a point where now I'm seeing things a bit more clearer than I was. You know, I never had insight at one point. You know what I'm saying?
You were just living for the day to get $1 to get another hit.
You see, and some people think, my dealers, my dealers not a problem. My dealers are not a problem because my dealers running out straight.
But they're just supplying.
Exactly. When you hear 32 million worth of crystal meth just disappeared, you think he did something that a guy from Pakistan? No, he was taken. Taken. They just come to. Now.
Street.
Right.
That's why we never heard about this story.
Pakistan. It's like if you have DSTV or whatever thing you can watch, if you look at Border Control, you must watch Border Control by Australia. You know what I'm saying? If you can look at that, that's when you really see the levels that are there, even in America. The tightest borders in the world is America, Australia. You know what I'm saying?
But still, these things come in like water, in overflow in.
So you have to understand that this stuff, it's here to destroy the youth. This stuff. You
It
don't
is.
just jump. Not even South Africa did that. You know what I'm saying?
Tama, what do you want to say? Because I want to shut this.
You know what? When you're fighting a person, when you have a relative with crystal meth or doing drug addictive, please, you're not facing them as them anymore.
It's no longer them.
A demon inside them, because once you at least you're part of those. You have something. You have certain inner part. You've got a certain inner person that you have. I start reacting like what he was saying. Because it's no longer you're no longer the person. So please, because that's when they commit murder. Because sometimes it's your fault because you don't know Matawari and
exactly.
Because Matawari is how I'm gonna react.
She's recovered. Like she's like you can see Tama's recovering. You know what I'm saying? You can talk to her like that. You know what I'm saying? The way you talk to your child, you can talk to her like that. But talk to someone who hasn't recovered like that. All you're doing is putting fuel on the fire.
Yeah, fire is burning already.
That's when you start complaining.
I've heard mothers who have I've heard mothers who
and parents, please, when you have a person, it's either cold moments psychiatric or else. Because we're gonna complain with because they are no longer themselves. Don't blame children. Know how to speak to your children. Watch more of our videos. We'll start showing you how to speak to those people who are addictive.
Yes. Thank you so much.